Hi everybody, welcome to this webinar. We'll be starting in a few minutes, waiting for everybody to join. So we'll start in a couple of minutes. In the meantime, I will put a short video. Great. Okay, so we are ready to go. So thank you very much for joining this webinar. So if you've got any questions, you can just use the chat on the right side of your screen. Just ask questions and I will try to answer as we go. If I forget to answer, just type again your question. If you are watching this webinar as a replay, just send us an email at info@myworldonline.co.uk and we'll reply to you as quickly as possible. Okay, so can you all hear okay? Yeah, okay, excellent. So let's get started. So thank you very much for joining. So what we'll want to do today is to explain you how to unlock your ambition to generate extra earnings around your own time management without leaving your home and still have fun. Okay, so our goal today is to show you how to harness your true potential while working from anywhere, anytime. Sell award-winning personalized books with just your PC computer and a laser printer. Quickly generate sales on unlimited earning potential with amazing profit margins. So here we'll have some figures to share with you. So we'll go through that in details later on in the presentation. On benefit from a huge booming market renewed each year with more than 700,000 births. Again, here we'll have a lot of things to share with you on a little surprise at the end of the webinar. And also enjoy great offers and gifts at the end of this webinar. That's okay? All right, okay, so let's carry on. So I'm Catherine Walker. I'm the founder of My World Online. So just a bit of background of where, how the concept was created. So I'm a mother, I've got 2 daughters, and really that's what created the concept. So I really created My World Online around my experience as a mother. So my previous background, I've worked for about 15 years with startup and blue chip companies, attracting talents worldwide. So I worked for companies like Microsoft, Cisco, so very technology focused. And my passion was talent acquisition, talent management, on diversity as well. So I've done this job for many years, really enjoyed. But when my children were born, I would say my perspective on life really started to change. And I started because also one of my daughter has got a genetic condition. My vision, my priorities started to shift. And I started to get more and more interested into how children learn. And I worked on I spoke, I interviewed many children experts, speech therapists, neuropsychologists, and so on. I worked as well, I looked into the different methodology around the world. or maybe one you've heard of could be the Montessori technology, which is a great source of inspiration for us. So that's how things started to shift. While I was still working there with my daughters as babies, I was, like every parent, I was reading bedtime stories. And I noticed very quickly that they were much more interested when I was saying the names or including in the stories their friends, their pets. Also, that's how it started. So I started to create stories for them first. And then my friends were asking for more, and it really grew from here to here. And I arrived at a stage where my passion was really into creating those stories, and I really could see there was a great potential and a great demand from parents with children, from all different backgrounds. And also I arrived at a stage where it was becoming really hard for me to manage both. My children were starting to tell me, "Mommy, you work too hard, you are never here, you're always on the phone." Also my husband by then was complaining, and it ended into a divorce. So, all started really to fall down. And one day I woke up, I say, yeah, of course. So I've got to, I really started, launched basically My World Online full time because I really wanted to follow my passion, despite all what people can tell you. When you want to become your own boss, usually it's a kind of big step. Also, that's the notion behind My World Online, is to help entrepreneurs to do the big step towards entrepreneurship, but without feeling alone, and really have a frame around it. So that's how really My World Online started. And since then it keeps growing, but we'll go in more details a bit later on. All right? Okay. All right, so let me tell you a bit more about the concept. So I told you how it was born, really from my experience as a mother. I wanted to help children to learn better, to be more actors, I would say actors into their own learning. And in all the concept, children as the heroes to learn while having fun. And this concept is really important. So I really wanted to transform children's approach to learning, develop their self-esteem, and also develop their love of reading. And I really believe that this can be achieved through a personalized experience, and also while generating emotions on amazed children, but also their parents. And that's one thing you will see, the personalized stories are achieved that really well. Also, as I said previously, I really wanted to empower entrepreneurs to unlock their ambition and their true potential by becoming their own boss. So for that, you can personalize, print, and sell high-quality, award-winning books in less than 5 minutes. So we'll see that in a few minutes. I will do a little demo of how that really works. And the idea as well is that you can work from anywhere, anytime, while you grow your business. So for me, that was also something really important. Now we are in a world where everything changes. The technology allows us to do that, to work from anywhere, and to give us really this flexibility. Another important point about the concept is that all the stories are developed with children. We do a lot of workshops with children of all age in several countries as well. We work a lot with experts in child development, teachers, the Montessori methodology, on our own distributors network. So it's really a team effort. All right, okay, so we create instant personalized children's stories with a very intuitive and easy to use software. And we create award-winning stories developed in partnership with the children, the speech therapies, the schools, and so on. And the setup time is minimal, and you can start selling and generate profits in a matter of days. So that was also something really important to us. We wanted it to be very simple, and you will hear me say that a lot today. For me, simplicity is one of our core values. So to set up, it's really simple and really fast. That's okay so far? Yes? Great. Okay, so I will share a little video to tell you more about the concept of the personalized books. Okay, let's go.
Say hello to Sarah. Sarah is usually smiling, but today she is sad. Why is Sarah sad? Because she loves stories, but nobody will read a book to her. Lucky her mom Susan found My World and I. My World and I creates personalised books that make children the hero of the story, with superb quality, stunning artwork, and great fun to read. Each story was developed with children, teachers, and children experts. Each book is unique and contains more than 10 elements of personalisation, and they're educational and stimulating too. Customizing your My World and I book is easy. They're ready in just 2 days, and shipping is free worldwide. Spectacular! So if you have a child like Sarah, give them the gift that makes them the hero of their own story.
All right, okay, so I hope that helped. I think I've got another video to share. Okay, I will share it to you in a minute. All right, so to summarize, we've got more than 100 products where children are the heroes of the stories to learn while having fun. And all that is personalized in minutes with just your PC on the black and white or color, black and white is enough, laser printer. Okay, so we'll see that in details a bit later on in the presentation. So again, fun, easy, and fast. Okay, so I've got another little video that we shot a few days ago. So, okay, let's do it. Okay, great. All right, so don't forget you can ask your questions on the right side of your screen, and I will try to cover them as we go. Okay, so in terms of the publishing range, so one of the core values I already mentioned is we want to stimulate learning, we want to improve self-esteem and enhance imagination. So for that, there's a range of personalized books that you've got here that is available in several languages. So far, we've got English, French, Spanish, Italian. We are developing more languages. Soon we will release Romanian, Greek, German, Russian, Arabic. So lot more languages to come soon. We've got also poems and letters, and also activity books. Another range we launched recently is called Create Kids to empower the best digital room. So let me tell you a bit more about Create Kids. Okay, so Create Kids, it's a digital platform for the creation of fun and easy productions to learn while having fun. This product is a bit different from the books that you saw on the previous screen in the way that your target audience will be essentially school parents, grandparents, and children, but here we put a big emphasis on schools. And what you have inside is that you have more than 70 templates. That could be books, scrapbooks, greeting cards, school books, magazine, newspapers, and so on. So a lot of choice. On what you have to do, you click and drag. So to create your personalized production, you click, you drag, you add pictures, you add text, you add videos, you can add music to create your production, and that is done on the web. So examples of what we've done, what our distributors have done recently with schools would be end of year books, or if the school goes to, they do an outing somewhere and they go away for a week with all the class, usually they will create a little book that will summarize all of that. Or if they study a subject about, I don't know, let's say dinosaurs, so after they learned about it, they can create their own magazine or newsletter, whatever. And that is a fantastic way for children to learn, because they will be the one creating the magazine. And then they will be very happy to show it to their parents. Voilà. So that's really the idea behind Create Kids. That's okay about it? Yeah, I will show you a little video on how it works. So basically, Create Kids, the idea of Create Kids is very much to give schools, nurseries, on whatever the age, very easy to use tool they can show to their students at school, and they can create, so all the class together will create their very own creation. All right, so let me show you how the concept, how the platform works. Great. Okay, so I had quite a few questions, so let me answer them now about Create Kids. So also we do a lot of training sessions for distributors because that's also a new concept. The commercial approach is quite different. So we organize a lot of training sessions on this subject. So to answer your questions, so this platform Create Kids is free to access, but also there's a premium membership which gives access to everything, to all the templates, all the functionalities. So for you as a distributor, there are two sources of revenues. One is by selling the premium membership, which are £10 a month or £100 a year, and also by printing the materials. So all our distributors get a percentage on all the sales that they do via the platform. The other advantage of the Create Kids platform is that in terms of you really can achieve high volume sales, because for example, if you sell to a school or if you sell to a class, as on average, if there are 30 students, you probably will, the first time to start with, because I don't know you at the beginning, you probably will sell 15 books to the class. But because there are several levels and several classes in a school, you multiply that by the number of classes and also by the number of projects throughout the year. Because if they did one project in the year, it's highly likely they will do much more. So the positive side of Create Kids as well is that it's high volume sales, which are quickly exponential. So that's really important thing, and I hope I answered your questions on this side. Okay? Okay, fantastic. Good. Okay, so now let me share with you, tell you more about the music range. I'm sorry, here's a spelling mistake. Is that the French way? Okay, so here you've got more than 30 music albums to choose from in 9 languages. So you see we've got English, German, Italian, Greek, Arabic, French, Japanese, Portuguese, Spanish. So all the music is personalized with a child's name. So let me let you hear some of the samples.
Wake up, Amy. Time to get out of bed. Wake up,
Voilà, let's
Amy.
listen to another one. Okay, sorry, let me stop this one. Okay, let's try another one. Oops. So it's quite sensitive. Okay, let's try another one. Okay, this one is a sleepy time.
Close your eyes,
so this one is great for a bedtime. We've got another one, for instance, for preschool ABC, which is great for helping children learn the alphabet.
Hey, Danny. Do you know your ABC? Why don't you sing along with us? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H.
Okay, we've got also Barney, Jungle, so all different themes. We've got the Care Bears, we've got also the Marvel heroes. So there's a huge range to choose from. Okay, so a bit more about our background. So we've been around now for 10 years at international level, and we've launched in the UK in 2016. And so far, we've got 120 distributors worldwide. So with international experience, so we've got more than 24 distributors in more than 24 countries. And the teams, the My World Online teams are based all over the world. So the developers, illustrators, authors are based in different locations. Something else about media coverage. So we've had a lot of TV, press, radio coverage. And also our products have been elected best personalized products by the Grand Prix du Jouet in France. We also recently have been finalists of the EdTech Trophy, and that was for the launch of the Create Kids platform. And there's more going on and on. And something very important, is about our company culture. So I really like to develop that a bit further because that's really important. It's a very collaborative culture. It means it's a flat structure, and we very much encourage our distributors to communicate, to tell us what works, what does not work, what they would like. And that's why we, for instance, organize work groups. And also we organize a lot of webinars with our distributors. I will come back to that later on. But for the work groups is when we create a new product. Distributors who want to, they don't have to, but they can participate in the work group, and then they can participate to each stage of the development of a product. So it's very collaborative, it's evolutive, because everything is changing quickly, and I would say as well it's changing faster and faster. So you must like change. What is true today might not be true tomorrow. So that's a quality which is really essential, to be able, to move quickly, to adapt to the new trends, to the new demand on the market. So that is critical. On innovation, because we always try to do things you don't find on the market. Still going back to the concept of simplicity. Basically, we use technology to achieve our aims. So technology can make things much simpler, and that's the way we use it around innovation. Also around innovation, sometimes distributors ask me, oh, it would be nice to sell personalized mugs or personalized clothes. Yes, it would be nice, but no, we'll not do it because that's not our core values. Us, we are about helping children learn better. But that you can sell. You don't have to sell only our products. You can sell. You can do partnership with clothing companies or sell personalized mugs. That's absolutely fine with us. But us, we are always around innovation and our core values about helping children learn while having fun. Okay, good. Perfect. Okay, so let me share with you now a few key market data. So here I've got a surprise for you, a gift. So we'll be very happy to give you a free market survey. So for that, I will give you all the details on how to get your free market research at the end of the webinar. So here I'm not going to develop too much this part. I'm just going to give you some key figures, but you will have the full details if you wish to at the end of the webinar. Key market highlights. You've got about 700,000 births every year. So it's a market which is renewed all the time. Population of a bit more than 64 million. And 20% of the population is below 15 years old. So our stories are mainly dedicated to children from 0 to 12 years old. So here you've got quite a big potential to tap into. And also books are the most sold cultural items in 94. Since then, it has not changed. It's a very, very stable. So here it's a kind of a very stable position. And you've got also target audience, which is quite wide. Obviously, you've got the parents, but more and more, mainly for the books, will be the grandparents, and other will be, anybody that needs to make presents to their family, to their friends, and so on. So here you can see there's a huge potential, huge market to tap into. Okay, so now, how does it work? I had a lot of questions, and now I'm getting to it. So how does it work? So you will see it's a very intuitive and easy to use software. You can personalize in a few seconds only. Very quick to install, and also what we do at your first initial training is that we can install it for you by distance, so via computers. And we've got regular updates. As I said before, we add new titles, new languages all the time, so that's why you get updates, and it's available in several languages. Okay, so let me share this video just to show you how you can make your personalized books. All right. Okay, so I hope that gave you a better idea of how it works. So a few questions. Yes, you just need a laser printer, not inkjet, because if you use ink, it will not dry quickly enough. So laser, any standard laser printer, it does not have to be in color, it could be black and white, so whatever you feel like. On that sheet, all is already pre-printed in color. You saw on the video, you've got the hardcover as well, which is pre-printed in color. You just have to staple, and it's really, really solid. I even had once a potential distributor. He wanted a sample, so he ordered a sample, and he said, "Oh, I just tested your book with my son. We were playing frisbee with a book, and I can tell you it's really strong." So that's kind of a nice story he told us. Okay, so let me tell you a bit more. So now we saw the we saw the product range, how you personalize them. Now let me tell you a bit more about the concept in itself. So, so what's in it for me? What's in it for you as a distributor? Simplicity and flexibility. If you remember what I said at the beginning of the presentation, I wanted it to be really simple for distributors to get started. So that's why we chose the concept of a license, because it allows you to create your own company really easily, work from home, so you don't have a fixed cost. You work at your own pace, and objective is to have a better work-life balance. So that's really when we thought about the concept, how to shape it, that things that were critical in our decision-making process. Growing market, because it's a growing children's publishing on the personalized market. It's really booming right now. And you've got a high demand, like you saw on the data before, and that like you will get on the market research. So huge market to tap into. Rentability, because because it's a license, you don't have royalties, you don't have any hidden costs, and you've got profit margin which can be by 5, by 6, and sometimes by 100 margin. And that is, and you will see later on for all the ebooks on the activity book range. So here, in terms of margins, you've got quite very big margins on the products. And you get also our expertise on our training. So like that, you can set up, but we don't want you to feel alone. So you will benefit from our know-how, our brand, our technology and products, really with the objective of accelerating your development. So you are not alone. You've got ongoing support via the training platform, via webinars, via newsletters, via the work groups we spoke about, and of course by one-on-one training as well. And I've got a surprise for that at the end of the webinar. So that's really, you've got an all-round training around coaching around you. That's good? Okay? Yeah? All right. Okay, let's carry on. Okay, so here we ran a survey a few months ago, really to understand what motivates our distributors. On here, some of the main feedback we got, so we tried to put them by theme. On here's what came out. Work from home for better work-life balance. So that's really one of the key things our distributors wanted to achieve. Doing something you love and getting paid for it. So getting income. And also we had this thing about my earning I set around my own time management. And we see our distributors all have got, some do it part-time, full-time, some already work part-time, others are mothers, so very different circumstances. And here they really can set around their own time management. No traffic, no traveling expenses, no boss to answer to, no monthly royalties. My earnings are mine to keep. So that was something that really came strong amongst all our distributors. Getting involved in a great cause, help children learn better and develop their love for reading. Absolutely, and that's our core values. And usually, you know, I say quite a lot, you know, if we just wanted to make money, we would sell, I don't know, potatoes or whatever. But yeah, what we do is really about helping children learn better. Putting smile on the faces of the children, there's really the magical aspect, and that comes back. We've got a lot of testimonials when I speak with distributors. That's something that comes back all the time. They say for children it's magical, and they say even more for parents quite often. Becoming my own boss with a safety net and guided by many years of growth and experience provided by the head office. So here, the idea is around the coaching we provide. Okay? All right. Okay, so that's quite a few asked questions on this subject. So now we get to it. Distribution channel. So basically, where can I sell? Okay, so let your sales take off and leverage your competencies, availability, and preferences. So obviously, what we mean by here is that there's huge amount of distribution channels, but that you just can't choose according to all that. Your competencies, your availability, your preferences, what you like doing, what you don't like doing. So here are just a few examples. Preschool, schools, word of mouth, obviously when you start, that's an important one. Consumer shows, mall cards, school fundraising, festival fairs, fees, website, all the web part is becoming huge. Consumer shows, I think, sorry, we already said. Stores and boutiques, hospitals, partnerships. So there are many, many ways of selling. But what we recommend to all our distributors when they get started is to choose 2 or 3 channels, no more. And once all that is running by itself, okay, then you add one, you add another one, and so on. Yeah? And it can be sold throughout the year. And that the nice thing is that it's not only, you know, like in the toy market, it's only Christmas. For personalized book, you can sell them throughout the year because they make great presents and keepsake. They are also used by a learning aid. I did not mention, but we've got speech therapists that use our books as a tool with children. Birthdays, baby showers, christening, birth presents, Christmas, spontaneous gifts. Lot of distributors also tell me that they sell a lot. So when a parent buy one for the child, usually they will come back and buy for all the birthday presents for the friends of the children. Because I think as on average is about 5 child goes to 5 birthday parties each year minimum. So usually parents love buying a book because it's a great gift, not very expensive, and also that is quite different from the rest. I know that for my daughters, when they were little, at birthday, sometimes they were ending up with 3 or 4 of the same presents. I remember one day she received, it was, you know, those doll with horses, and she had, I promise you, 3 of the same, which is fine. She gave it to friends, and so everybody was happy. But the personalized books make great presents that the child will remember and the parents love as well. So that's really popular. Okay, so the future. What's for tomorrow? Okay, so research and development is our priority, and also for me is my passion. So I always, you know, we always work on many projects. Maybe out of 5 projects, only 1 or 2 will come to life, to you. So we always invest in research and development. We've got products launches all the time throughout the year. And for that also we listen to our distributors and they are active participants to this part. So they help us develop amazing new concepts and products. So we've got ongoing product launches throughout the year, new collections, new concepts, more languages, more marketing tools as well. So you've got access to an e-learning space where you've got lots of stuff, and including marketing tools, brochures, press reviews, videos, and so on. So the videos you saw previously obviously are for you as a distributor to use. So also when distributors say, oh, it would be nice to have this or have that, one time they were telling us, oh, it would be nice to have more videos. So we created more videos. So as I said, you know, before, it's evolutive. So that's a great way to illustrate. Okay, we are fine? Perfect. All right, so how to set up? So you will see it's really, really fast. So the first thing you have to do is to choose your pack and order your pack, obviously. So you choose your pack, your options, and we'll go back to that in a minute. Once you've ordered, you receive your logins. So the same day, you will receive access to your software and to your e-learning space. So the same day, you can start to get into it. Within 3 working days, you will receive the rest of the pack with the book kits, all pre-printed as we saw previously. The hardcovers, the inside pages are delivered at your home, or if you prefer at a different address, at a different address. And the day you receive the pack, or whenever you like, you decide, you can book your training online as well. You receive your individual training. And usually it's better to first, before doing it, to watch training videos, to get into the swing of things, and then we can do the training whenever convenient. And then, as soon as you've had your training, you are ready. So if you've got the training on the morning, in the afternoon, you can start selling books. So really, really fast. As on average, it takes about 5 working days for distributors to be able to start making and selling books. Okay, does that make sense? Does that answer your question? Yeah? Okay, so let's carry on. So benefits you will get. Okay, so it's all-in-one concept with the license, the software, the training on the initial stock of products. It's transparent, there are no hidden fees, no royalties, no license, no copyright. All is included in your pack, and we'll see later on, once you've sold out your stock, you just have to reorder as you need. On here also, when you reorder, all is included, so no surprises. It's a license for life, and it's renewed automatically without any extra charge. You can stop, put on hold your activity at any time. We had distributors that stop the activity for usually personal reasons, or sometimes they had put it on hold, again, personal reasons, or family related, or they were moving houses, or whatever, so that you organize your activity within your own timing as you wish. We had once a person that for health reasons had to stop for a few months. She stopped for about a year, and 1 year later on, she came back and get all the software updates and started to sell again. So again, here, very, very flexible. Once your initial stock is sold out, you just reorder as needed. You've got great profit margins by 5 and sometimes by much, much more. So it's very simple, easy, and with great profit margins. Okay? All right, so how do I reorder? So once you've sold all your initial stock, you just have to reorder. So it's easy, flexible. You don't have minimal quantities per order. So if you want 1 CD download in Japanese, you take just 1 CD. And for the books, if you want 1,000 of Fairyland, or if you want 10 of Fairyland, you just order as needed. The only thing we recommend is that you order the books by pack of 10, so that it does not get damaged in the transport. All is included, no royalties or other fees, so the margin is a net margin for you. And we'll go, yes, we'll go to the margin on the next slide. Reorders are sent within 48 hours, plus the shipping time, so it's really fast. And you've got promotional offers throughout the year, and you've got great profit margins. Okay, so just to give you an idea, I hope it's not too small that you can read it. So here we've got the list of the products. The recommended retail price is here. On here, yes, I had a lot of questions on this subject. It's recommended. You don't have to apply this pricing, but that's what we recommend, because we run market research twice a year. And like that, we can look at the market evolution. So now we see that we are kind of the low side of the personalized book market. So prices, recommended retail price probably will go up, which is great for you because your margins will increase. So here you've got the recommended retail price. Here, the price you buy the books, depending on the quantity. So for instance, you buy a book for £4 and you sell it for £16.90. Fabrication cost, here you will see is really low. We put 20p per book because all is pre-printed. That's the cost of the black ink on the staples. You need to buy a stapler, but that for £10–15 you get a good quality stapler. So when you get all that, you've got net profit margins. For instance, for here, we calculated as an average. So for the books is nearly £12 net margin per book. For the poem and letters, it's £5.82 and so on. So you really can calculate your net profit margins here. Yeah, for music CDs here as well, you've got a bit more than £15 margin per product. So that's great. So for the music, you will buy the download £4 and you sell it £19.90. So with a net, for instance, if you deduct the price of the blank CD, of the box, you get a net profit margin of about £15. Does that make sense? Yes, I know that's kind of amazing profit margin, really quite large for each product. So great. Okay, so now let's do some sales forecasts. So we will show you example of potential turnovers. Obviously, there are many more, but just to give you a rough idea so that you can project. So let's say you sell from internet, you sell 50 items per month. So you take the average sales price, about £20, you sell 50, you've got a profit of £1,000. You deduct your buying of the stock, which gives you a margin of £725. So if you sell 25 items per month, you get margin of £725. So that's a bit less than 2 products a day. So that's really not a lot. Direct sales. So 100 items a month, you do the same calculation. Here you could be at more than £1,950. And also with regard to all the distribution channels, we've got a guide that gives you idea about distribution channels. So if you say, oh yeah, I'd like to do direct sales, or I'd like to sell at fairs and so on, we've got a guide that will give you advice on what to do, what not to do, so that you get up to speed much quicker. A classical one are fairs, stalls, markets. So here if you sell 50 items per event, you could generate, so here you same calculation as previously, but you deduct as well the cost of the event. Here we took something that cost 500 a day, which is a lot. Usually you can go for events that are much less, but for this example we wanted to put one at a bit higher price. And still, even with that, you can generate a bit more than £700. Okay. Another example, and that's more around the Create Kids part. So if you sell 20 items per class, you will sell them. The book will be about £25. Obviously, it will depend on the number of pages, the products it shows, and so on. But as an average, 25. You deduct the printing cost, so you've got a margin of £260 per class. And usually what you do is that you will give access to the class. So that's no work for you. It's all generated automatically by the classroom. And so 260 that you multiply by the number of classes, the number of projects. So you see that goes up really quickly. Does that help? Yeah, so obviously there are much more on those figures, obviously will be different from people to people, but that's on average what you can expect using those channels. Okay, so now let's go to what is available for you. Okay, so basically you can choose your pack. Alors, each pack will include the license. So we saw license for life, if you remember the previous slide. With all associated rights with personalization software. You get your initial stock of books, poems, all is pre-printed in full color. You've got also the Create Kids premium membership. You've got training and support. So you've got unlimited access to the training platform, technical support, plus all the rest we mentioned. Webinars, work groups, newsletters, and so on. Okay, so the first pack we have is a discovery pack. With this one, you've got a stock of 50 books, 50 poems, 50 Create Kids premium membership. The price of the discovery pack is £997. Commercial value of nearly 6,500. So here you've got a net profit margin. So once you've sold out all your stock, that's what you make. So that's quite nice. £5,448. So that was a discovery pack, and it costs you only £997. Then we have the gold pack. This one is our bestseller. You've got more stock, so you've got 100 books, 100 poems, 100 Create Kids premium membership, 10 CD downloads. And just for this webinar, you get a turnkey e-commerce website. So that's a limited offer for this website. I will show you in a second what the website is about. On this pack has been reduced because it has worked so well. We've been able to reduce the price at £1,997. So here you've got a net profit margin of more than £10,000. So that's really an amazing profit margin, and that's probably why it's our bestseller. And then you've got the Platinum pack. Alors this one is the one with the best return on investment. So you've got even more stock, 150 books, 150 poems, 150 Create Kids Platinum membership, 150 CD downloads, and in addition, you've got all the options, meaning you've got the website, you've got the marketing pack, you've got the POS is point of sale pack, and you've got the evolution pack. I will come back to those in a minute, detailing what they contain. So you get all of that. So here your business is ready to use. You've got all the professional staff with you. So this one is that you've got a profit margin, a net profit margin of more than £18,000. So that's kind of enormous. Does that make sense? That's good. Yeah, so you've got 3 packs so that you really adapt according to your budget, according to your needs, or discovery, gold, or platinum. Yeah. Okay, so let's show you the e-commerce website. So as part of this webinar, you will get it for free in the gold pack and in the platinum pack. For the discovery pack, you will see you can get that as an extra option. So you get your e-commerce website. It's ready to use. The only thing you have to do is to add your PayPal or the payment if you prefer. We've got a video and it takes you about 5 minutes to do it. We can't do it for you, obviously, for confidentiality reasons, because it's your bank account. So ready to use. You choose and you buy your own domain name. So you say I want to be called abc.com, you call it abc.com. The webmaster will do all the setting for you. And what is amazing, you will get hosting for life. Hosting can be a huge budget, but that will do it for you. We pay all for you. We also give you for free email addresses that you choose. So for example, if you are abc.com, you might want to call it info@abc.com or amazing@abc.com. So you just tell us what you want and we'll create for you for free. Oops, so it's in French. Here you've got direct access to your back office so that you can do your own updates. So you manage your site as you wish. You've got full back office access. And you've got online training on tuto on YouTube. So that you know how to use your website. And obviously, we do a one-on-one coaching at the beginning. That's clear with regard to the website? Yeah, so yeah, you get your own domain name. So yes, when you get your website, it's all ready. You just have to add your payment integration and you can start selling straight on. You've got all advanced functionalities. You can add more functionalities. If you want to add more products, you can. Quite few of our distributors have added over time more and more products. Could be clothing, could be the mugs I told you about. That is fine, you can do it. Okay? Okay, so here's how it looks like. So you've got the home page. You also, from the back office, you can change whatever you like. If you don't like the colors, you change the colors. If you want to change the logo, you change the logo. If you want to change the menu, it's all pre-formatted. You've got the product page. You've got demo as well. You can hear music. You can look at the book. and that's how your back office will look like. So all can be managed from the back office here. So that's an amazing tool. You can integrate as well with your Facebook page if you want to have one. So all really, really ready to use. Cool. All right. You can pick and choose your options. So obviously for the Platinum pack, you've got all of it. For the Gold pack, you've got that, which is offered for the webinar. But if you say, well, you just want, for instance, the Discovery pack, and you say, oh, I'd like the e-commerce site, and maybe I want marketing too. So you just pick and choose what you like or not. That's all free, or you can just buy a pack and 3 months later on add more options or not. So that is really up to you. So we saw the e-commerce pack, the point of sale. Here you get the presentation counter, you get the pop-up stand, and we've got also surprise gift. In the marketing, we've got flyers, business cards, labels, stamp, and surprise gifts. Evolution pack, you get unlimited software upgrades, technical and commercial support, preview for all new products and concept launches, so you get everything before anybody else. And you get as well extra stock at a discounted price. Books, CDs, poems. So you just pick and choose here. Is that clear? Okay, good. All right, so now we've got some surprises for you. We've got great bonuses really only for this webinar. So what you get? You will get unlimited ebook creation on unlimited activity book download, so that you can download as much as you wish. You can create as much as you wish. You will get it for free. You will get Evolution pack for 12 months. So you will get all the upgrades, the new products and so on before anybody else. You will get as well unlimited commercial coaching. So that's great. You get 10 Create Kids Premium membership as well of a value of £1,000. You've got all the marketing pre-designed, personalized artwork. So you get the electronic files, flyers, catalog, pop-up stand, presentation counter, all the lot. You get it, and it's personalized with the information you've given us. You also get 2 hours individual coaching session, so that you can split it in several sessions. So usually I don't recommend to do it all 2 hours in one because it's too much information. But let's say after you get anyway initial training, but maybe after 2 months or 3 months, it's good to do some more coaching. So you can do 30 minutes and so on. Also, you get anyway for free, for instance, at Christmas present, we do a lot of training, group training session about how to set up a stand with a lot of tips, so that you get it in addition, all those kind of group training session, obviously. As part of the webinar, you get also 10 music CD downloads on any album, any languages of your choice. So for this webinar, you get bonuses of a value of more than £3,000, £3,319. That's amazing, yeah? Okay, what customers are saying. So you probably saw on the site a lot of testimonial. A great book on my 6-year-old son, loves seeing his name. Somebody who bought Fairyland. Wonderfully written and illustrated. She's 6 years old and reading now, and she was really excited to read a name, friends, and so on. Okay, just let you read those few testimonials. Beautiful book, thank you. Oh, sorry. Went down a storm with my nieces, definitely going to be a bedtime favorite. Alors, here we've got some distributors' testimonials. So who this has worked for. So here we've got Kim. After looking at different businesses, she launched, she's got a 4-year-old Oh non, encore child. I wanted something I could also have my daughter understand. Okay, she wanted the freedom to maximize the time and earn extra income. Taking it to any baby show is guaranteed success. We've got, okay, so I'll let you read a few more testimonials here. So this one was fun, rewarding, instructive. It has been a very fast learning curve, as all was new for her. Not easy at first, but thanks to the training on products that sell very easily, I now can fully explore my new passion for selling personalized books and get extra income from it. And it keeps growing faster and faster as I now have a large customer base. Okay, yeah. Okay, I put a few more, I just let you read. Yeah, so here an example of, I was giving you figures for shows. So here, Alison, she did a show. So that was on the Saturday, she sold 73 books, Sunday, 43. So she sold 116 books on 60 CDs. Just to give you an idea, obviously this figure will vary from shows to shows, but that's just an example of what she did. Yeah, thank you for your patience and spending so much time coaching me, but results are really showing. It's also, again, you see the fun part comes very often. Fun to sell. I'm still amazed at the reaction I get from customers the first time they see the products. Great. Okay. Again here, Ayodele, she did a show last weekend, was a weekend before. Alors she gave a lot of flyers and she was approached by schools. So again, what is interesting, what she says here is that, okay, she sold a lot during the show, but also it brought her business afterwards. It brought her some leads that she can follow up afterwards. So that is really clever, what she did. Great. Okay, so now I've got more surprises for the webinar. So we've got more bonuses. We've got bonus one, you get 50 extra Create Kids premium membership of a value of £5,000. Okay, so more testimonials. I don't know if we listen to them in full.
Hi, my name is Steve. Why did I join My World and I? Well, it was a bit of an accident, to be honest with you. I didn't know about them, I hadn't heard about them, and I was searching for a franchise opportunity, and I saw one of their videos which raised my curiosity. So I started to do a little bit more research, and the more I learned, and the more I was convinced that this was the right activity for me. And I can tell you, I have not been disappointed by my decision. I sell at fairs, shops, and through various partnerships, and I'm now looking a bit more into the web, although this is a new area for me, so I'm going to have to do a little bit more research. I keep selling more and more each month as well, and there are great profit margins. What I like most is that I can do all of the preparation work from home with just my computer. The stock doesn't take up much space. In fact, it all fits in a cupboard, so my wife is very happy as well. The products are easy and fast to personalize, so I can concentrate on the commercial side of the business. It really is a great activity, a market where there is great demand as well, so I'm confident I will keep selling more and more. It certainly gets the thumbs up from me.
Great, so that was Steve. And I think also something I did not mention, but he touched on that, is that because all the books are delivered flat, it does not take much space. And because most our distributors are selling from their home, usually they just use a cupboard and they put all the stuff. So that's also one of the advantages we did not spoke about the concept. So here it is.
So I just wanted to thank My World and I for helping me to set up my booming business. The products sell really well, they're very innovative and very creative. My customers keep coming back to me and thanking me, so I just wanted to say thanks a lot. And you know, it's been really nice to be able to have a little bit more freedom and time without a boss to just kind of work by myself from home at times. And it's also great that this opportunity has enabled me to combine my passion for books and children. So I just want to say thanks again.
Great.
Hi.
Okay, so I've got more surprises for you. One more bonus is that we will write a compelling press release just for you that will be launched to 100 websites. And we will paint you an amazing pop art portrait as a gift. Could be pop art, could be different style if you prefer, of a commercial value of £750. And that is for the first 5 buyers. The bonus one was for the first 10 buyers. Okay, so to summarize what you are going to get as part of the webinar offer: unlimited ebook creation on unlimited active book download, value 1,000, but actually much more of a time. Evolution pack for 12 months, 10 Create Kids premium membership, marketing, pre-design, personalized artwork just for you, 2 hours individual coaching session, 10 music CD downloads, 50 Create Kids, a bonus one for the first, not 5, for the first 10 buyers, 50 Create Kids premium membership for life. We will write compelling press release just for you, your pop art picture for the first 5 buyers, all that of a value of £8,869. And that is for everybody that buys on this webinar. Okay, so just to remind you the pack, so you've got the Discovery pack, the Gold pack, and the Platinum pack. Okay, so now you've got 2 choices. First option, you do nothing. You do not take this leap of faith, which is 100% risk-free. Or, and that's what, you know, before I started, everybody was saying, don't do it, don't take any risk. So that's for sure, if you don't do it, there's no risk. Or, second option, you have these small investments today compared to all the value you will get in return, and just give it a shot. Okay, so let me show you what to do next. So you can go to our website, myworldonline.co.uk. And to take profit of the webinar offer before it's too late, you order from the link at the end of the webinar, or you go to our site and you go to the distributor part, and you, when you book, you type the promotional code webinar 8 days, all that in one word. And the webinar offer is valid 8 days from now. Okay, just to summarize what you get: unlimited ebook creation and unlimited activity book download, evolution pack, Create Kids premium membership, all your marketing pre-designed artwork, 2 hours of coaching, 10 CD music downloads, 50 Create Kids premium membership for the first 10 buyers, press release distributed to 100 websites, and pop art picture for the first 5 buyers. All that of a value, so all those gifts of a total value of £8,869. So you can order your pack now with the link at the end of the webinar, or you go to our website to the distributors part by choosing your pack, and you use this promotional code webinar 8 days. And that will be 8 days from the time you attended the webinar. Is that good? Great, so your story could really begin here. So here you've got all our contact details, so just reach out to us if you've got any questions. That's our website, and here is a promotional code to benefit from all those great offers. So thank you very much all for participating and listening to this webinar. Hope you enjoyed as much as I did. and we'll speak again very soon.